Hello everyone, I'm Chrysilla Lewies, your host today. I would like to thank you for all your support on this new Earth journey as humanity is evolving to explore and understand the role of consciousness, of the seen and the unseen world, and opening up to understand our individual and collective reality. So today I have a special guest, Michiko Hayashi. Michiko, thank you so much for doing this with me today.
Well, Chrysilla, hello. Thank you so much for having me here with you. Thank you.
So, Michiko, you were born in Japan, and you were a personal assistant to Dr. Masaru Emoto.
Masaru Emoto, yeah.
Yes. And he was the author of Hidden Messages in Water, Messages from Water, and the True Power of Water. Exactly. And you are now... Well, Dr. Emotto established a non-profit organization called the Emoto Peace Project. And I believe you have now taken over that amazing peace project.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I am the successor of this Emoto Peace Project.
Would you like to tell us a bit about the work that you do and how you've taken over from Dr. Emotto and the amazing work that he has done?
Okay, thank you. Well, to begin with, I started working for Dr. Emotto in March of 2004 as a personal assistant. And so at that time, he did not have this Emoto Peace Project yet. In 2005, in May, he was invited to give his seminar at United Nations at New York headquarters office. At that time, that was in 2005. So at that time, he announced the idea of this Emoto Peace Project, where he said he would make this book, a children's book called The Message from Water, and then distribute 6,500,000 children's books to all children around the world for free of charge. So all the children will learn about the truth of water, that we are 70% water, and our consciousness, our thoughts, the words that we use are directly connected to water, and that beautiful words that we say, the water creates beautiful crystals. So he made this book of the Message from Water children's book. And he started to distribute this and gave presentations all around the world. But unfortunately, he passed away in 2014 in October. By then, I worked for him as a personal assistant for over 10 years and a half. And then he asked me to continue with this Emoto Peace Project. And I promised. Ever since then, I continue to distribute this children's book and also give my talks all around the world.
I saw you and met you for the very first time last year when you came and traveled to the UK. And I absolutely loved how you did a speech at Watkins bookstore, and the presentation that you used with the tuning forks.
Thank you. Well, yes, I always carry those 3 tuning forks. Whenever I give my presentations, I always use them so that everyone learns that everything is vibration. Even though, vibration is energy, even though we cannot see that we are vibrating, but we are. Our heart is beating, everything is vibrating. Even this, my hair is vibrating too. Every single organ, every single cell has its own vibration. And when we are resonating with the certain frequencies, then the information goes, it makes a resonance. So when I use the tuning fork of 440 as an example demonstration, it's not about frequency, but whether it's good or not, but to show the vibration and how they resonate. I use 2 440 hertz tuning forks and one 442. And 440 hertz means it's vibrating 440 times in 1 second, 440 times in 1 second. And 442 hertz tuning fork means it's vibrating 442 times in 1 second. The differences of those two tuning forks are only twice difference of the frequency or vibrations in 1 second. So they're vibrating very close, very similar in 1 second. But what happens is when I hit 440 hertz, the other 440 makes the same sound because they resonate. But 442 does not make any sound, does not vibrate, or does not resonate. So there I demonstrate that whatever we say, the vibration of the words resonate with the same vibration, and it brings the reality, whatever we're saying, whatever we're thinking, to our reality. We are actually creating our own reality. That's the demonstration of the tuning forks.
That's just incredible to think, just two vibrational difference between 440 and 442, and that throws you completely out of not being a match.
Exactly. And we don't usually think about that until we really actually see them. And when we see that, then we go, such a slight, tiny difference of the frequency really affects the reality. So when we see that, we want to bring our whatever we desire. All the people are. Everybody wants happiness. Everybody wants good health. So by showing these tuning forks, I'm showing that the important thing is, if we want to be happy, we want to be thinking something related to the happiness. If we want to be healthy, then we want to be thinking and doing, eating, using the words related to good health. So that's how something that we can really deeply learn from tuning forks.
So if
Sorry,
I'm
in the office.
No, that's perfectly fine. So let's say we take the concept of seeing something physical, like the tuning forks, and putting it into a vibrational frequency and how that affects us physically. So what ideas or concepts would you think would be beneficial to use to affect us and our body more positively? Like, what techniques is there out there?
What techniques?
Yes.
Okay. Now, from the perspective of Hado means vibration. We want to be using, when we use positive, or when we think positive thoughts, when we are when our intention is really positive and beautiful, or kind, based on kind and love, then the same vibration will be around us. My water within the body, the water in the air, is resonating and creating such beautiful crystals. So the important thing, something beneficial that we can learn from this message from water, is to think positive and kind, based on love always, and say the words related to kindness and love and respect, and do the action accordingly. Those three, if those three are aligned, our life will be going toward that direction.
Towards happiness. Yes.
So the happiness, good health, abundance, whatever you would like to bring into your life.
Yes. So I was also thinking more of prayer, or maybe meditation, And I
Mm-hmm.
know that you also love the Ho'oponopono technique,
Ho'oponopono, yeah.
which you have kind of adjusted to fit the
Uh-huh.
water idea, to bless the
Uh-huh.
water.
Well, actually, that was something that Dr. Emotto started after learning from Dr. Hulen, who taught Dr. Emotto about Ho'oponopono from Hawaii. And before that, Dr. Emotto was offering prayer just by saying, "Thank you, water. We love you, water." But Dr. Hulen told how powerful it will be if we add, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, and I love you, and I thank you." So what we do, so ever since then, Dr. Emotto started to do the water prayer using 528 tuning fork at the beginning. 528 hertz is a love frequency. So we open up the sky and send love to whole universe. And then, and also 528 hertz is can fix, can restore the DNA also. So it's a powerful frequency. And after hitting that 528 hertz, we start to say, "Water, I'm very sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I love you. Water, thank you so much." And we repeat saying that. And usually I do it 3 times.
The power of 3. And I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess we're saying sorry because of the way we are polluting our waters.
And for being ignorant until now. And a lot of times we are greedy about everything. When we think about why this wildfire in Australia, also Amazon, Africa, California, so many places, all these massive fires have happened, is because now fire is the energy of masculine energy. Water is a feminine energy, that's yin and yang. When they're not in good balance, if it's off balance, then the Mother Earth is also a living entity, living being. So it cannot stay well anymore. Now, the reason why we're having this wildfires in so many different places is because male energy has been conquered, much stronger than female energy. Female energy is based on love. So now when we give out more love to the Mother Earth, to all other people, love ourselves first, and then love others, love all living beings, then this Mother Earth will be in a better place, more harmonious and peaceful place. So love is a beautiful frequency, the best frequency.
That is a very good concept and analogy that you just used with the feminine and the masculine and the fire and water.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't never have thought about it in such a way.
Well, that's it's very important, because Dr. Emotto was always giving the demonstration during the presentation. He was always saying, love is a giving energy, that's positive, active energy. Gratitude is a passive energy, receiving energy. So when we love someone, we want to do, because we love that person, we want to give and do something good for that person, or for the pet we love. Love is a giving energy. When we receive that love, we say thank you, we feel grateful. So that's receiving energy. They're correlating. And he also said fire is an active energy. To extinguish fire, we use water. Water is a passive energy, but they're correlating. So now we have entered into the time of Aquarium. So it's good that more feminine energy is out here based on love. So this fire, I'm sure that, today also I did the massive prayer with other people, sending out love and wrap Australia with the blanket of mist and moisture, so that all the fire will be extinguished. So that's based on love, fire and water, feminine, male and feminine, love and gratitude.
Yes.
Always this yin and yang.
Well, I know that you've spoken about frequency, right? So if you use a vibrational frequency of, like, for example, you used love, right, to program the water with that vibration. I've also recently seen that there is vibrational frequency of sound that can be used to extinguish fire.
I think it's in ancient time, a lot of those people were using sound most of the time to elevate big stones also, and extinguish fire. In so many things, they were using frequency or sound, cymatics, and we can see how beautiful, depending on the different frequencies, the sound can create the patterns of the cymatics. So they're using, we can, I'm sure we can use it.
Yes, yeah. So with regards to the Peace Project, I want to know what's happening in Hiroshima at this time. Is there still a project of saving the children in Hiroshima?
Yes, it's a very important project, and Japan has been we went through many difficult times, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and then after that we had that Fukushima event also. So to me, we Japanese people have to learn, this is an important place, and we have to learn that we have to start from here to spread peace on this earth because of the experience. So we are doing the work of Peace Project with different organizations, and also in Fukushima, and also in Hiroshima and other places. And I think from Emoto Peace Project, this book is very, very well made, I think, because this is what Dr. Emotto made, and it shows at the beginning how we are 70% water, and how the earth is almost 70% water, and then that water creates beautiful crystals if everything is positive. And it shows the water crystals from all the natural waters from around the world, how beautiful natural water is. And then it shows how water responds to music, different music. And music is frequency, vibration, the powerful vibration. When the music is beautiful, water creates beautiful crystals. So the children will want to listen to something beautiful, and it shows how that can be very destructive also when the words or music is very destructive. It shows heavy metal when the music is really destructive. So we want children to learn to listen to something very beautiful, or play something very beautiful based on love and peace. And then after that, it shows how water responds to different words. In Japan, we have the word called kotodama. Kotodama means spirits of words. Every word has its own spirits, or maybe we can call it a vibration. Depending on what kind of word that is, water responds to such frequency. This is from after showing the word thank you in Japanese to water. It makes a beautiful hexagonal crystal. And this kind of a little chaotic, disordered crystal, it's not even a crystal, is from the word you fool in Japanese. So this is this happens to water around the air in the room, also, of course, within our body. So we want our children, of course, ourselves too, want to choose to learn, choose to use kind words, good words, positive words. Now, then after that, it's so like peace and war. Definitely water is showing that war is not good, it's broken. Then it goes to how water responds to different pictures or something that water sees. When we showed them, this is really cute. When we showed this elephant picture, the water made this crystal with the elephant trunk in it. With the heart mark, when we showed the heart to water, then water made this heart crystal. So children or everyone can see how water responds to everything that sees. Now at the end, it goes to our consciousness or prayer or intention. When we send our prayer to water, to the lake, like this, then this ugly water changed to this beautiful, brilliant water crystal. This shows how powerful our intention, our prayer, our thoughts are. And it says, the most extraordinary photograph that water made was after showing two words together, love and gratitude. So water shows how beautiful love and gratitude is. And I remember Dr. Emotto always said, he used to say, creator source designed this earth based on love and gratitude. So when we are living based on love and gratitude, everything will be in harmony. Everything will be peaceful. This is something that we're teaching all people all around the world as part of Emoto Peace Project.
Michiko, you just shared so much with us. I can't stop smiling. Like, water responds to pictures?
It does.
That is just incredible. I've heard of people writing, like put labels on their water and trying to get the frequency across that way, because words are extremely powerful. And as you said, you know, we are 70% water, and it affects us.
Yes, it does.
I love that book so much. Where can people buy it, Michiko?
You can buy it. This is not for sale, but we are getting donations from this book. And if you come to Emoto Peace Project on the website, www.emotopeaceproject, EMOTO peaceproject.net, you can email me, or then I can just send everyone the link to the local people who are working on this project with us. There are people who are distributing this children's book in England also. It's part of Emoto Peace Project. So I can send the contact person's information. Also, you can see the contact person from the website also. So please visit our website.
Fabulous. Wow, thank you so much for that. So what other projects are you currently working on?
Right now, this is my main work. So I go all around the places. Whenever people ask me to come, then I go and give the presentation. Also, I do a water ceremony, so that because the water, everywhere we go, whenever I travel, maybe because you travel a lot too, so you may have noticed, but so many places around the world, our waters are so polluted. Lakes, rivers. Everywhere we go, we see all the water polluted. So whenever I go visit different places, I get together with the local people and offer water prayer to bless water, to do the Ho'oponopono.
Mm.
That's one of them very important work of Emoto Peace Project.
So tell me, these amazing crystals that you've created through your various experiments, can people do them at home?
Well, you can if you have the equipment. If you had them, we have to use microscope. The microscope we use is 200 times. So we make droplets of water and then freeze them. After freezing them, we observe with microscope of 200 times. Then you can finally find the crystals. So if you have the facility, of course you can do it. But something very easy for you to do at home is rice experiments like this. I have done it myself right here. What you can do is you cook rice, or sometimes you don't even have to cook rice. You can put rice in a jar, put some water in there, and make 2 or 3 jars of the same rice, same condition. And on one jar, you can put positive word like I love you or thank you. And on the second one, you can put some negative one. Some people write I hate you or you fool, something like that. And the third one, you can put any kind of word you want. I wanted to see how rice responds to ignore. So I did that. You can have the result. You can see the results with your own eyes and share that with your family and friends, because so many people have done that all around the world with their own languages, with children, even at schools, they do that. And the children learn how powerful words are.
So tell me, if you had a jar that was just ignored, what was the effect on that jar of rice?
Ignored is the worst, worse than negative words, because can you imagine why ignore is worse?
Well, I recently came across something that, well, being in the field that we are in, you know, Michiko, you have people that's written books, and you have people that come over and say, can I have a photograph, or want to speak to you? And asking some of these people, how do you deal with the fame? And they said, well, I get used to it. But do you get used to being ignored?
No, you don't. You
so
never do.
That is why I was so intrigued with regards to what happened to that jar that was ignored. And I can completely understand.
Because as I said at the beginning, everything is vibration, and vibration is energy, and it's life. When our heartbeat stops, we can't stay alive anymore. We stop vibrating. Now, when we are not giving attention to something or someone, that means we're ignoring it. So we're not giving the energy to that. Even though when we say something negative or ugly to someone or to something, we're still giving negative, but still giving the energy to that person or to that thing. So it's not as good as thank you or I love you, of course. But the worst thing is when it's shut down with the energy and not getting any energy or vibration, then it really dies even faster than negative ones. So ignoring is the worst. And you don't really get used to it. You may think you're getting used to it, and you may want to get used to it, but you can't.
No.
That's why we have to be helping each other, being kind to each other, loving each other, being positive, and based on love.
Mm. Well,
And
yeah.
in any words that are related to love creates beautiful, beautiful crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always think, having a drink of water or having any drink of some kind, setting that intention or that thought into the water and blessing it is great. And it's also a great way of loving yourself or taking something outside of yourself and bringing it into you. But I'm thinking, let's do that with everything. Let's do it with our food. Let's bless our food and change the vibration of our food as well.
That's wonderful. That's exactly what we can do. I mean, it's so simple. It's our consciousness. So when we eat, see, I think most of the countries on this earth used to have this culture of blessing food just before we start eating. We blessed it, appreciated it. But these days, people are so busy. We are so busy. Sometimes we don't even sit together with family, and we don't even eat together. We just eat so rapidly because we're busy. But in Japan, we always said itadakimasu. Itadakimasu is blessing and saying thank you for your life to the food that we're having, and thank you for the people who cooked for us. So we always blessed it and thanked the food we had. But these days, so many people are forgetting it. So let's get back to the culture that we used to have and appreciate it and bless it and eat it.
Yeah.
Just like we do with water too. And we can do that to ourselves.
Yes, and we need to do it to ourselves a lot more.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, let's say, for example, a lot of our water is filled with fluoride, right? And we know fluoride is really bad for us. And that's why we hardly drink tap water anymore. We drink bottled water. And then the bottled water is a whole new element of pollution or, whatever that may be. But let's say we drink water that we feel has come from a source that has been polluted in a sense or contains fluoride. Do you think that setting the intention and working with that water would actually change it to something that will be beneficial to the body?
Okay, my answer is yes. The best is not to drink such water, polluted water. But if you don't have a choice, then as long as we're drinking it, we send our gratitude. Because water is life, whether it's polluted or not. When we have water within us, it gives us life. So we say thank you. Then we can change. Chemically, we may not be able to change it, but energetically, we can change it. So it will be changed to a beneficial, much better vibrational water. So rather than drinking it, thinking that this is not a good water because it has fluoride in it, then what we think becomes, the water becomes accordingly. So we just say, thank you, water. You're beautiful. You're healthy. You're loving. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Then we drink it. Energetically, frequency changes, and it becomes better, much better water.
Yes.
And we have done experiments with love and gratitude too. Radiation affected water, and it really changes.
Yeah.
So I know it does change. It does help.
I know that I've seen in the past that there is a way to actually create pure water in its purest sense, in its healthiest sense, right? Now, and I know that when it is possible to create such water and people who are ill or unwell drink the purest water that there is, they heal as well. And they heal a lot faster than the normal individual just drinking normal tap water or water that has been recycled so many times.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So the important thing is to drink pure, good water, not tap water, not bottled water, very pure water,
How can
natural
we create
water.
That? How can we create that pure water?
We have to, it depends on what kind of source that is. Like there are so many fountains, beautiful water fountains, and we really cannot tell until we take water crystals and see what kind of crystals that such water creates. But it's always good to drink your local fountain, the water from your local fountain, and bless it, appreciate it. Your body needs such water.
Yes.
And make it pure with your intention. And
I'm
also putting it under the sun in the blue water, it really helps also.
What does that mean, putting it in the sun and in blue water?
Okay. According to Dr. Pollack, who is the top researcher on water, he discovered that there's a fourth phase of water beyond solid ice and liquid water, and vapor in the air. And there's another phase of water, that's fourth phase of water, he calls. And our body, he discovered also that our body water is not more than 99% fourth phase of water. So, so what we want, and what happens is when we expose water to under the sun or infrared light, then this fourth phase of water expands, grows. And this fourth phase of water structure is really firm. It creates a very good water. That's what we need in our body. So the easiest thing for us to do is put our water under the sun for about maybe 20-30 minutes. Then it creates more fourth phase of water, so you drink it. And that's one of the really good ways to change structure of the water you drink.
Okay. And where does the infrared come in? Does that come from the sun?
Infrared, everything is emitting infrared. Our body, your glasses, this bookshelf, everything. When you take a look at when the room is dark, when you see with the light, the glasses or the light of an infrared light, then you can see the camera for the infrared camera. You can see everything. Everything is emitting infrared. The best is sunshine, but if we put the bottle, hold our bottle with our hands for a while, then this water is receiving our infrared. And if we include our beautiful intention to it, it creates even better water.
Okay, well, thank you so much for explaining that, because I think if I didn't understand it, I would think that our viewers would have asked the same questions. And I think the sun is so important for all things and all life, even us, because being in the sun just changes your mood. It uplifts you, and it changes how you feel. And when we don't have that, it's as if we go into that low feeling. We just feel really low, possibly depressed. And I think the sun kind of stimulates our pineal gland. It stimulates our energy. And yeah, I think we see the difference. We see the difference when we don't have that. So I feel it's important to have that aspect.
Oh yes, definitely. Everything everything, all the plants, all the trees, all animals, all living insects, everything, human beings, of course, we need sunlight, sun ray.
Yeah.
The sun is very important. When the sun is out, everybody's happy. When it's kind of gray every day, everybody goes gray.
That's true.
The sun is really important because the sun gives joy and happiness and creates fourth phase of water around us in this air or outside the humidity also. And we're breathing it. So, and the water within our body is creating that too. And that's how the sun is helping us. So it's very important.
Brilliant. I know that Dr. Emotto created a card deck with all the water crystals.
Oracle card.
Oracle cards. I don't want to call it oracle cards if that wasn't it. But I know that there's a deck out, and I know that there is a set of cards with all the beautiful crystals and words that represent them out there. So I'm just mentioning that because that is something people can buy.
We may have it right here. I'm not sure. The oracle card. Oh, maybe it's right there. But yes, we do have them.
Yes. Oh, well, I'll put a picture up so people could see it and where they can buy it. But the idea was, we could use these cards as well, and maybe use that with our water. If pictures transfer to water,
you can put the oracle, the card, beautiful water crystal under the water or water bottle. Then the water receives that energy. So that's a good idea. You can, please do that.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Michiko. Well, please do tell us anything else that you're currently doing or you'd like to share with us.
Anyone who would like to learn about this message from water, well, I'm welcome to contact me. And also we have the new book. Hold on. Okay. This is a very new book that we published. It's called Message from Water, The Final. They have beautiful, beautiful crystals inside, new crystals, also messages from scientists and like Gerald Pollack, Dr. Gerald Pollack, Dr. Kurotokov, and Lim McTaggart, and all these different people showing all the water crystals too. So if you're interested, you can come to visit our website also, or contact me for this. Okay, and this is something that we got some at the end of last year. Right now, I am just focusing on giving my presentations to all the people so that more and more people learn about love and gratitude and about the truth of water, how our intention and how our thoughts and words really change your life and this whole earth also. Especially when these wildfires have been happening in different places. And I'm just so hoping that this Iraq and the United States will not have any stronger conflict, and they will solve this problem peacefully so that the world will be a harmonious place. We have to be I would like everyone to be sending much love to these countries and visualize this whole earth with love and golden brilliant light so that we won't have any negative effect from whatever is happening.
Yes, I think we should do that on a more regular basis, really.
Oh, yes.
Think about our planet and the places that we live in.
Exactly. This earth is our home, and we do not want any fighting, any conflict within our home. We are one people. We are sharing everything together. So just let's live based on love and gratitude, respect. So that's something very simple, but something that we can all do.
So happy New Year to you, Michiko. So we're in 2020 this year. Are we seeing you in the UK? Are you coming over to visit?
I would love to come. I don't know. I don't have an exact plan yet, but I would be happy to come to UK. And when I do, I will see you again.
It'd be good to see you, Michiko. Thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me today. And
thank you so much.
And where do you feel like you've mentioned all the websites and everything where people can reach you today?
Yes, it's one more time, it's www.emoto, E-M-O-T-O, peaceproject.net. emotopeaceproject.net.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. I really appreciate it. It was a real honor.
Thank you so much, Chrysilla. And thank you so much, everyone. Love and gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in with this wonderful interview with Michiko. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell button so every time I publish a new video, you will get a notification. You can find me at chrysillalewis.com.
Why do we breathe this air? Where do we go from here? Let us ask ourselves. The water in each of us. All we need is love. All we need is a thank you. I will give the simple gift, all one in harmony. Listen to the voice within, the water inside of us, rippling through our soul, dancing crystal clear. Sing to her a melody with soft angel voice. You can change anything, delivering harmony. Raindrops falling from the sky, nature's greatest gift, bringing blueness to our earth with light of love. All we need is love. peace in